Has everybody had a good Christmas? Did Santa bring you what you wanted? Hopefully. Well, if he didn't, maybe we're going to find it tonight. We're going to try anyway. We're going to try to fill your stocking with anything that Santa might have left off. So we're just going to open one thing tonight, but there is a little bit of information that we're going to go over before we get started. Also giving you a heads up, got a little bit of a kind of a scratchy throat thing going on. Who knows? Good grief. I was out with all of humanity all weekend running around here and there. So I would not be surprised if I ended up catching a little slight bit of something, but I hope not. But be forewarned, there may be some throat clearing and such here on Christmas. Feedback, guys, set to be automated. That is so you don't ever have to wait on me. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get it in return. Second, and most importantly, thank you for bidding and breaking with me, and especially for being here and spending Christmas with me, or part of your Christmas with me. I'm glad to have you join me tonight. Hopefully, we're going to pull some nice stuff out of here and make it worth our while, right? Breaks that are coming up, you know, guys, it's going to be a weird week ahead. We're a little off schedule because there were nights when I got home late. So then that pushed, you know, when I listed late to when we break late. So Wednesday night, Thursday night, both. We're starting at 10:30 Eastern. Of course, we won't really probably be back to a totally full regular schedule for yet another week or so. But we're getting there. We're getting closer. So tomorrow night, we will be starting at 10:30. We'll open a case of Bowman's Best Baseball and a half case of Contenders Basketball. Contenders is a new release product that will come out tomorrow. Although, actually, I have a little bit of it here already. Yikes. Yeah, some of it got here on Saturday. And hopefully the rest of it's going to show up tomorrow. On Thursday, that's also a 10:30 start time. We're going to open a half case of Bowman Draft Baseball Jumbo. That will be the start of a new case. On Friday, the back half of Contenders Basketball and a full case of Optic Football. Saturday finds us with another case of 8-box case of Playbook Football and another case of Bowman's Best Baseball. On Sunday, we're going to open a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey and another half case of Bowman Draft. On New Year's Eve, have you guys got a preference about New Year's Eve? We talked about this a little bit before. I'm kind of leaning towards listing stuff maybe in the late afternoon or early evening and doing an early break, maybe even as early as like 6:30 or 7 o'clock Eastern. I'm kind of either leaning towards that or skipping New Year's Eve altogether. If you guys have thoughts on that, type it in there, let me know. Okay, so shipping schedule, we don't have any free shipping breaks tonight. Our Revolution Basketball is a paid shipping break. Hoping to get that out the door to you no later than Saturday. Always possible I could get it out sooner. Something weird happens, could stretch later, but Saturday is kind of my goal. And I feel like that's a pretty realistic goal at this point. And as I said, maybe sooner. But plan on Saturday. Be happy if it goes sooner. Shouldn't have to worry about consolation cards tonight because there's tons of cards in this break and every team will end up pulling something. So this is going to be a 16-box master case that's coming up. It's Revolution Basketball. Of course, it consists of 2 8-box inner cases that we'll be opening. And it ended tonight on eBay. Yay, December 25th, Christmas. So Tuesday the 25th. And of course, we're opening it Christmas night as well. Team names are on the left-hand side. Our winning bidders are across from each team on the right-hand side. And we've got just this one break tonight. So once we get this one done, yeah, we won't have another one. I know. It's a weird week. We got short number of breaks and different start times. Holidays always do this to us, though, don't they? Right there, you saw the background go out of focus a little bit. That was by design. I don't like to use autofocus, so that was me manually setting it. So even though your background's a little fuzzy right now, cards will be easy to see. So give me a moment. I'm trying to extract our 2 8-box cases from this 16-box deal here so that I don't, hopefully, knock over this camera, which I've been known to do a few times, but we're going to try to avoid it tonight anyway, hopefully. Oh, all right, there's our first one extracted. Second one, I'm just going to sit down here on, down here on the floor, and we'll grab it as soon as we get through our first one. So that's going to be the plan. In chat tonight, who we got? Scott's here. Hi, Scott. And Greg is here. Jay Allen. Jay Allen, you've got the Pelicans and the Heat and the Pacers. Scott, you've got Detroit. You got the Pistons tonight. Okay. All right. So, Jay Allen, what are you thinking, though, about New Year's Eve? Are you thinking, or do you like the idea of doing it earlier, like having the auctions end, you know, in the late afternoon and doing the break around 6:30, something like that? Or kind of what's your thought on the time frame? What do you think? Thomas is here. Hi, Thomas. Merry Christmas to you, too. I'm trying to get all these boxes out there. I think we finally managed it. So, of course, there's 2 8-box cases, as I mentioned before. This is obviously only the first of the 2 that we will be opening. And there's no guarantees in here as to number of autographs. Oh, hang on. Brad, you're asking who got the Lakers? I show the Lakers as D Sunset 777. If that is incorrect, if I made a copy and paste error, please let me know. Because, you know, sometimes that happens. I copy that stuff off the end of auction notices, and sometimes I'll forget to clear a clipboard, to clear the, you know, clipboard, and I'll paste in the same thing I had just pasted somewhere else or something weird like that. And if that happens, feel free to let me know during the live stream. I don't ship from that, so even if that does have a mistake on it, it would never endanger your cards in terms of shipping to the wrong place, because I print out the eBay invoices for that. Oh, Brad, you had the Knicks. Okay, all right. You just wanted to know if the person who has the Lakers is live in the room tonight. Okay, got ya. And because in case you wanted to do some trading or something, the process is asking who has the 76ers. Okay. All right, kids. Hang on. Let me go back over here and look. You know I can't put the spreadsheet back up to you because I've got product open and out on the table. It is something that remotely resembles, well, I don't really know how that would be pronounced. We're going to go with Lenza 0, and that's probably not even close, but that's what I have for the, for the username. So how, I'm sure they have some like probably really cool pronunciation that that's supposed to be, but you know. So I don't know. Yeah, Jay Allen, I'm thinking, I'll tell you the reason I'm thinking about it being earlier is, of course, I don't know, some of the games, I don't know, there's college football bowl games on both nights, or both, you know, well, more so on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, there's only a handful of bowls, obviously, but on New Year's Eve, there's lots of them, so I'm kind of trying to plan a little bit around that, and then, of course, people that go out as well, so trying to cover our bases there. Okay, guys, so as I was saying earlier, this product does not have, let's back up a minute, this product doesn't have a guaranteed number of autographs, but we have been finding on average about every other box. So we've been finding around 4 per 8-box case, but that is not a definitive guarantee. So it's possible we could find less, it's possible we could find more, but so far that's been about the gist of it. This little pattern right here is called Groove, and Groove is not a numbered pattern, but we'll see it a lot. This is your base pattern. Those are not numbered either, and of course we see that a tremendous amount. Rookie Revolution insert is for Trae Young there and the Hawks. This is going to be numbered. That is Cosmic, and Cosmic will be numbered to 100. We will also find some Sunburst to 75, Cubics to 50, maybe a Lava to 10, and then, of course, our unnumbered patterns are Astro and Groove, Fractal, Impact, and then our case hit is Galactic. Handful of die cuts. This particular one is the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Bucks, and that, of course, a die cut. This pattern is Fractal, so anytime you see that fun little pattern, that's what that is. And this is Astro with all of our fun stars. Another Shockwave is yet another one that we'll find lots of. There's Fractal again. That one is Bruce Brown, rookie hit for the Pistons. Oh, and our case hit. Did I talk about our case hit yet? It's Jarrett Allen Cosmic. That is Galactic. We'll find one Galactic card. It's unnumbered, but it is a case hit. And this is DeAndre Jordan on a Vortex and insert. Why can I not speak? Because I'm trying to say insert and impact at the same time. This is an impact pattern on a Vortex insert. There we go. Me talk pretty. So yeah, eventually I'll get it spit out. So that's kind of the news to use. The case hit is always good though. With Galactic, kind of, even though it's not numbered, it usually brings pretty good money. Scott can attest to that. He pulled one for Carl Anthony Towns that he did real well with and said it sold very quickly. And in general, the Galactic case hits do pretty well out of Revolution, I think. Jay Allen, you said you don't care if it's early or late or whatever, and nobody else has offered an opinion. So I'll kind of look again at the bowl schedule and make some kind of determination about it. But I'm leaning right now towards something like that. Maybe listing in the 4 or 5 o'clock area, breaking in the 6:30, 7 o'clock area, something like that. New Year's Eve I'm talking about. Scott says Galactic sells fast with lots of A's. Yeah, case hits are pretty good stuff out of here normally. Of course, depending on who the player is, sets the value, as does the case with anything. Groove for Dante DiVincenzo. Astro for Oladipo. There's a little rookie revolution for your man, Luca. It's just the insert. The inserts for rookie revolution, guys, are not numbered. They don't have a particular pattern on them. But, of course, anything Luca is hot right now. That is Impact Dion Waiters. Groove for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. So what did Santa bring to everyone today? It's Mo Bamba Rookie Revolution, and this is going to be Sunburst, numbered to 75 for Vucevic and the Magic. Did anybody get cards, boxes or cases or anything? It's Astro. Another, that is Supernova. There's Groove. Oh, we've got an autograph coming out for the Kings, and it is Jason Williams. Somebody told us the other day that every case they saw, they had a Jason Williams in it, and I think this is only the second one we've broken since he said that, but of course it was in that case where he said it, and now he hit it again in the case right after it, but just because he said it, I'm pretty much going to remember it every time. So Jason Williams apparently is a staple in this product. Comes out a lot from what I am told. Second time we've hit it, I believe. Jay Allen, Santa brought you a bunch of bills. Yeah, Santa has a nasty way of doing that, doesn't he? Although really it's Visa. Visa brings me a lot of bills. Ah, yes, my dear friend Visa. I know, that's always the bad part, right? When you start opening those going, oh, wait a minute, what? But I try to spread it out a little bit. We have a present closet here, and throughout the year, as I see things that I think someone would want or like or whatever, we just kind of grab it, go ahead and buy it when we see it, and we put it in the present closet, and then it comes out wherever it needs to. Somebody's birthday or Mother's Day, Father's Day, whatever's left, the end of the year goes out for Christmas. And believe it or not, my sister especially will pick out stuff really soon after Christmas. Like she may find something on one of the holiday sales like right after Christmas and say, oh, get me that for next year. It's like, sure, we'll happily do that. Save a little money, pay for it now, stash it until next year. I like that plan. That is Astro Kyle Kuzma. So yeah, our present closet helps spread our bills out a little. Chris Paul with Impact. Vortex with Giannis again. That one is Fractal. Blake Griffin. Once again, those particular ones are not numbered. Here's our case hit coming out already. It's the Jazz, and it's a die cut liftoff Donovan Mitchell. So, you know what? I think the Jazz went for a decent amount of money tonight, and I believe they must have had a good feeling because there it is. That's your case hit for Donovan Mitchell and the Jazz. So that ought to be a little bit of money. Astro for Luka. There's Groove for Kawhi Leonard. Or Shockwave, rather. Sunburst to 75. Gary Trent Jr. And the Blazers. Numbered to 75. Jay Allen, your dad got you a few packs. Yeah, I didn't actually. I bought myself some cards, but nobody got me any cards, mainly because I think everybody's kind of like afraid to get me anything because I have so much stuff. I think they're all afraid to kind of get anything in the card category because they assume if I want it, I have it or I've bought it. Of course, I would happily take more, but you know how that goes. It's Fractal Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. So I did get myself a little bit, but I haven't opened it yet. I've got myself some Bowman's Best, and I thought I would save it until after tonight's break and see what kind of luck I was having. And if I was having really good luck, I was going to open it tonight. And if I don't think my mojo's flowing, then I'm going to wait and open it later in the week. Because, hey, I bought it myself, so, you know, I can open it when I want. That's how I look at that. Oh, Scott, you said you got nothing. Now I don't believe you got nothing at all. Jay Allen, you also got a headache from the crazy relatives. Oh, I did not have any relative-related headaches. However, we did go to the movies yesterday and today, both. My mom wanted to go to the movies, so we did. Yesterday wasn't too bad. We went a little bit later in the day, and I knew, you know, Christmas, we go to movies a lot on Christmas Day. So I learned many years ago, on Christmas Day, buddy, you think nobody's going to be there, but everybody's there. And you've got to get up and go to, like, the first one of the day, or it gets insane. So that's what we did. We went to the one at, like, 12-something, and, you know, every year somebody in the family will say, oh, we're, you know, here so early, there'll be nobody there. And every year I'm like, do you all like not remember from the past years? But it wasn't too bad going in. But when we came out, man, that place was packed. It was Justin Jackson to 100 for the Magic. That was Cosmic. So it's definitely Christmas Eve, you're better to go later. Christmas Day earlier. At least that's been our experience anyway. That is Impact Lauri Markkanen for the Bulls. Astro. Shockwave LeBron James. That's Groove De'Aaron Fox. This, by the way, that's Fractal Elfrid Payton, is the last of the Revolution. I didn't really kind of realize that it was, but I didn't see any more when I was down there trying to organize things. There's one of our autographs out, and it's a redemption. We're going to leave it right there face down. We'll flip it at the end of the break. That is an Astro Rookie Revolution for Herder. Impact Isaac Bonga for the Lakers. So yeah, I was kind of trying to go through a little bit and figure out what is here, because there's a tremendous amount of stuff here. I got to know pretty soon anyway. You have to have year-end inventory for taxes, so I kind of did a once-over and got a quick look at what I think is mainly the stuff around here. I didn't see any more Revolution, so I guess this is actually it. I kind of thought I had another case of it, but it did not present itself to me, so I guess I don't. Scott, you got socks for Christmas, huh? Oh, man. Although, you know, some years I don't mind stuff like that, depending. Because honestly, like, there's always stuff that you need that you don't want to buy for yourself. Maybe socks is your thing. Maybe you don't like to buy socks. I don't know. For me, I don't like to buy things like you know, hand towels and dish towels and stuff like that. So sometimes I get things like that and I'm kind of like, okay, well, that's cool, because I really didn't want to go get that anyway. So I know I would like to break a bunch of that stuff before inventory, but we're going to run out of time because, I mean, the end of the year is upon us and I have massive amounts of it left yet that hasn't been broken, like massive amounts. Shockwave Blake Griffin. There's cubic. It's going to be to 50. It's Nicholas Batum and the Hornets. But that's the other thing we might do on New Year's Eve. We might just do a bunch of mixers for all of the sports. And I'll just get a bunch of different stuff together. Shockwave Kevin Durant. That's Impact on that insert. And that is Astro for Jerome Robinson. So yeah, I have considered that possibility as doing like a football, a baseball, and a basketball mixer, but doing, I don't know, like 8 or 10 boxes in each one of them of just a variety of stuff. Vortex Oladipo, there's a Bruce Brown Impact. That is Astro Steph Curry. Another die cut. Liftoff for the Bulls, that's Zach LaVine. That Dwight Howard is Fractal. And Groove is Zach LaVine. So, Jay Allen, I know you said that's going to be your redemption. You're already working the mojo, and I like that plan. Man, I like that. That's a good way to think about it. Just speak it into existence, as LeVar Ball would say. But who do you think it is? Who's on that redemption, do you think? Because I know you've studied it, and I know you've done your homework, and I'm guessing you probably know who comes out a lot of here in redemptions. I really don't, because I don't remember from... I opened so much stuff, I don't remember, honestly, who comes out of what as redemptions half the time. Card Collector's here. Hi, Card Collector, and so is MJM177. Hi, MJM. And Merry Christmas back to you as well. Jay Allen, you want to do a 12-box mixer with 3 boxes of each product. Oh, I probably wouldn't do 3 of the same product in one mixer. I'd probably do like 8, 10, 12 boxes, but all different products for the most part. Maybe a little duplication, but that's more what I'm leaning towards. Something like that. MJM, we have not had but 1 autograph come out. It was for the Kings. Well, really, we've had 2, but we haven't flipped that redemption yet, so we don't know who the redemption is. And Jason Williams came out for the Kings as our only other autograph so far, because we're just in the first of the 8-box cases right now. So even when we do those 2 boxes, we'll still have a whole additional 8-box case to open. Russell Westbrook, die cut for the Thunder. This is Impact. Troy Brown Jr. Astro. Shockwave for Kevin Durant. Fractal for Gordon Hayward. Astro Kristaps. Scott, you want a huge football mixer? Yeah, football is definitely one I've got a lot of odds and ends stuff for. I've probably got more odds and ends in football and basketball than I do in baseball, although I did see quite a bit down there that I like. There's some odds and ends Dynasty and 5-star. There's some decent odds and ends baseball down there. That is Groove. So, yeah, we'll have to put that together into something. Vortex Kawhi Leonard, another die cut. This is the Impact, Russell Westbrook, and the Thunder. So I probably have enough to do baseball because some of the loose baseball that I have is high end anyway. So I think we can probably figure it out to figure out something to maybe just do on New Year's Eve, a mixer for each of the sports. Cosmic to 100 for the Miami Heat. Another redemption. Huh. That's unusual. We don't usually pull 2 out of here, do we, guys? Do you all remember pulling 2 redemptions in the past out of here? I don't remember it being, I remember this being a mostly live product. So, I don't know. Maybe it will be your Reggie Miller. We'll see. Card collector, I hear ya. Card collector says, yeah, that'd be nice, but I don't know if I have the cash to join it. You never know, though, card collector. Sometimes teams go lower than you think they're going to go, and you end up picking up a deal on something. You never know. Maybe. Maybe. Well, Scott, you definitely are going to have more luck out of football because there are more autographs in football. Because, you know, they've got obviously a lot more men on the roster than a basketball team does. And therefore, the football products have more autographs in them than the basketball products do, which more hits means better odds, etc. So for sure, if you're talking just purely volume, yes, you're probably going to have better luck in football most of the time. But obviously, basketball's got its charms as well, and certainly the hot players sell really well in basketball, so, you know. Yeah, Brad, we do flip those 2 redemptions over right at the end of the break, along with any others that we get. We will flip them all over right at the end of the break. We save them all up, and then we check them out at the end of the night, and we go to the Panini website and verify them at that point, too. There's James Harden and Impact. That's a groove. Yes, I agree with you. I think the Donovan Mitchell probably will go pretty well. The Galactic Donovan Mitchell probably will be a decent amount of money. That is a Revolution Bradley Beal to 75. Oh, Brad is unhappy with the pace. Well, okay, Merry Christmas. That is Astro coming out. You know, I don't fly through these guys. I don't go super slow, but I don't go super fast either. There is Rookie Revolution Wendell Carter for an Impact. And that is Astro Robert Williams. There's a Rookie Revolution for the 76ers and a Groove DeAndre Ayton, which I really don't think we're too far off course. We've got an 8-box case that's going to be done here in just a little over 20 minutes because we had about 5 minutes in the intro. So I don't really think that's too shabby for 8-box case, but I guess everybody does have their own preferences in regard to that. So, you know, it's all good, guys. It's all good. You can't make everybody happy. I learned that a long time ago. In fact, some days you can't make anybody happy, but we do the best we can. So, we have right now only 1 live autograph out of this 8-box. We've got 2 redemptions, so I would think that we're going to find another autograph here if we are continuing to hit on our 4 to every 8-box ratio, and then like an every other box sort of ratio. So we'll see if that holds true or not. Zach LaVine and the Bulls on the die cut. That is an Impact coming out. Rookie Revolution Colin Sexton. Sunburst to 75. And I split my sleeve on that one. That is for the Spurs. And it is numbered, what was that? Number 73 of 75. For a second, I thought it was the last in the series. You know how I get a little thrill out of that. That is an Astro TJ Warren. The Shockwave Blake Griffin. Groove. Groove again. And there it is. Oh, it is a good one, too. Ho-ho! Karl Anthony Towns, baby, coming out for the T-Wolves. Love it. Very nice hit if you have Minnesota tonight. Well worth your investment to pull out. Mr. Carl Anthony Towns headed your way. Victor Oladipo, and that is a groove Robert Williams. All right, there's our 2 redemptions sitting in housekeeping that are going to stay right there. I don't like to move those off of the camera view, as you guys know, because we haven't flipped them over yet. So they have to stay up there in housekeeping. And we are on to our next 8 boxes. I do kind of like, though, that Panini puts these in 8-box cases instead of one giant 16-box case, because it does give you some flexibility in case you want to do something different, you know, because sometimes I will break it as an 8-box instead of a full 16 or whatever for various reasons. On this one, the card count is not so high that you need to break it up into 8, but on some products you do. Scott, you said you're very agitated tonight, huh? And why exactly are you very agitated tonight? I mean, it's Christmas, man. Aren't you kind of relaxed on Christmas? Don't be agitated, man. It's okay. It's okay. It's Christmas is all good. No matter what we get, it's good, right? Yes. That's the way we're going to roll with it tonight. You got to think positively, Scott, that you're going to hit what you want, right? We are. We're going to hit it. We've had, I mean, Carl Anthony Towns is nothing to sneeze at, and we don't know yet what our redemptions are. But they may be equally good or better. I mean, we don't know. So maybe. Let's see. It told you you're texting too much or chatting too much. I know, that's still so weird. I had no idea until you guys told me just a few days ago that it'll put you in like a timeout. Hassan Whiteside Groove. Fractal Reggie Jackson. Shockwave Blake Griffin. And the T-Wolves with the D Rose Sunburst to 75. That one was number 42 of 75. Astro. And there's a Vortex Victor Oladipo. Impact Bradley Beal. Costas, the Baby Greek Freak. Liftoff die cut for the Bulls with Zach LaVine. Groove Mitchell Robinson. Scott, you don't like Revolution? Really? What do you not like about it? It's such a unique product. I do like it. I like all the colors and the patterns, and I like the fact that the checklist is really usually very strong in Revolution because they don't guarantee you something in every box. They don't use a bunch of kind of filler stuff that nobody really cares that much about. So usually when we pull autographs out of here, they're pretty solid autographs. So for the money, I think this is an excellent product. I mean, you know, you're not gonna bid the kind of level that you would bid on Flawless or something like that for sure, but it's a nice product. Oh, Scott, you don't like it because you think it doesn't have enough hits. Yeah, see, that's the reason I do like it, because sometimes I feel like with basketball they just kind of put in just stuff that we all kind of think, why does anybody want that, when on some of those autographs, because they are just trying to hit some kind of magic number of this is how many autographs are in the product. I'd rather have the lower price point and the stronger checklist, but not for every product, but I think it's a nice change of pace. The Reggie Jackson was Groove, and Carl Anthony Towns is Impact. Shockwave Lauri Markkanen. This is Cosmic. Goran Dragic and the Heat will be numbered to 100 when we get it flipped around there. Yeah, Thomas, you said it's better than Hoops, but not as good as Prism. Well, right. I mean, Prism basketball is about as good as it gets. That's Fractal. Other than, of course, when we're talking about the high-end stuff. But yeah, I mean, Panini's Prism is practically the flagship of the early basketball season. Lonnie Walker and the Spurs live in here. So I think that I think it's a nice change of pace. And Hoops just has too many cards in it. I don't mind the hits and Hoops. In fact, the hits and Hoops are usually pretty good because it's early season. It's our first look at the rookies in their uniforms. It's Amari Spellman as Groove. It's Astro. And there's good things about Hoops and Donruss to like, but they just have so many cards. I don't like that part. Like, a lot less cards would make me much happier with both of those products. That is cubic to 50. The big man, Anthony Davis, coming out for NOLA. The New Orleans Pelicans making a difference there with their big man. Oh, Greg, you like this one better than Prism. Okay, that most people that break basketball or bid on basketball breaks would probably say Prism is their go-to, is their number one. So I'm surprised you like Revolution better than Prism. I like them both, but I do like, of course, the checklist for this one for the reasons I said earlier. Scott, we absolutely break National Treasures. We break a fair amount of it. We break it in all the sports. Baseball, basketball, football. Well, we don't break soccer, but all the others, we absolutely break. NT when it comes out. Flawless when it comes out. Yeah, NT is expensive. It is, you are correct, Brad. It is definitely pricey. It's not as pricey as Flawless, not originally, but the resale price of NT is absurdly high. I mean, you guys know, especially football recently, Kawhi Leonard was a Groove. That's Groove as well. The last few years of football have had such a good rookie class that the prices for NT have been through the roof. Once you get past, that whatever you were able to get in your allocations originally, you go past that, it gets awful. That's to 100, and the 76ers, a little Shake Milton Cosmic coming out of there for the Sixers. That's Astro, Rookie Revolution, Fractal. And for whatever reason, I mean, Flawless will go up in price as well, but it doesn't go up as much as NT does. Although the Flawless cards arguably will sell for more in many cases than the NT, but the resale doesn't climb quite as high. Well, see, Brad, yes, I agree with what you're talking about. Like you said, you would like Immaculate Basketball better if they get rid of a couple of the autographs in there are, not very desirable. I'm kind of paraphrasing what you said there. But yes, see, that's kind of what I mean with Revolution. I like the fact that they don't just load it up with autographs of people that we don't really care to hit. You don't really kind of want to say that, but it's the truth. There are definitely some we're kind of like, we don't really want to hit that all that much. So in general, I would rather them do stuff like that. Would prefer them to have a little better checklist, but you kind of run into the problem I was talking about earlier. There just aren't enough guys on the roster, and your high-level guys are going to charge $1 zillion to sign, so they're not going to have tons of them in there, or the product prices would be outrageous. Then if you have too many rookies, then you destroy the value of your rookie autographs because there are too many of them. So there's kind of a fine line to walk when putting a basketball product together. For the Jazz, that is numbered to 100 Cosmic. So in my opinion, that's why we end up the way we do in basketball, because of the small roster size and the high dollar to get the current superstars to sign. Impact Justin Jackson doesn't leave you with much room other than to go, you know, for the guys who are off the court and that sort of thing. So it's a tough one. If they do, it's a nice Colin Sexton Rookie Revolution. That's an Impact Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. And Shockwave, or not Shockwave, Supernova, Donovan Mitchell. And that was Groove CJ McCollum. If they ever do get the G League turned into what they want it to be, which I think is kind of like baseball uses a farm system, I think the idea is the NBA eventually wants the G League to kind of be the farm system, if you will, for, you know, the AAA, like we have in baseball, of basketball. If they ever accomplish that, then they could fill out some of their products with these guys coming up through the G League. But as it stands right now, you put the G League guys in there, and we don't really want them either, because right now they're not guys that are likely to come up and make it anyway. So, you know. Basketball is a tough one. Scott, NT, of course, we just did, well, we didn't just do, but NT basketball comes at a weird time. NT basketball for 18-19 will be in, like, June or July or some really stupid time. NT baseball we did already. That was a few months back. NT football will be, I just did a pre-order on that, I think. Did I see the pre-order for that? I think I did. So, I don't know, probably like February-ish for NT. I don't remember the date, but somewhere in there, I think, maybe. Immaculate Football, yeah, again, you know, all the football stuff that is Groove, I think you just get better results. Kawhi Leonard Impact, because they have so many more men on the roster. As a Vortex DeMarcus Cousins, this is a Cubic Rookie Revolution for Michael Porter Jr. /50 for the Nuggets. That's nice. I like that one. Got Denver. Nice little cubic hit there. Here comes an autograph for the Rockets. You have a fair share of Louis Dampier autographs. I bet. Tracy McGrady comes out for the Houston Rockets. So, yeah, I mean, they do definitely kind of go back to the well a lot on the retired guys. There's not much question about that. It's an Astro Kyrie Irving. There's a Rookie Revolution Luka. It's an Impact Supernova. You said they've got to change it with the high end. Are you talking about, you're talking about basketball, just changing up who, did I cut both of those? Changing up who the players are that you get out of the high end basketball? Yeah, I mean, in the ideal world, but you still kind of run into the same problem. It's just what they have to pay those guys to sign. You know, what you pay a Steph Curry to sign versus what you pay a rookie to sign versus what you pay a retired guy to sign, or all have to offset one another to reach some magic number. Thomas, you said golf is like that too, where they go to school and then they do web.com and PGA and whatever. I don't know a lot about golf, so I can't say much about how they come up through the ranks, but I mean, baseball's got the right idea, you know, just massive amounts of players at different levels of development at any given time that you can call from to keep your roster ready to go. Oh, Atlanta Hawks. There's who you wanted right there, Trae Young. And I know some of you said the Atlanta Hawks were not showing up for you. I had 2 or 3 of you email me and say, I can't see the Atlanta Hawks coming up in the listings. And that's Astro Javon Carter. Guys, it's apparently that same stupid eBay glitch. There's Hamidou Diallo, Impact, where sometimes not all the teams show up. Brandon Ingram, Astro. And usually the way you can find them is if you refresh the page, or sometimes if you're in the app, you have to close the app entirely, get out, go back in to see them. And I've called and reported it a zillion times. They always say it's fixed, and it never is. Hassan Whiteside to 50 for the Heat. But just know this, the way I list these things, I go back. There's a Vortex, Laurie Markkinen, Russell Westbrook, Supernova Impact. After I do every break, I go back and count them. DeMar DeRozan and the Spurs. Fractal for Zach Randolph. And make sure that I have the correct number of teams. As Gortat was a groove. So it would be very rare for me to not do that. Like something would have to happen to distract me in the middle of it that I didn't go back and do that. So typically I'm definitely gonna have all the teams there because I will have gone back and counted after I do the break to make sure that I didn't leave anybody out. So if you don't see one, 99% of the time, if you refresh it or try to find it through my eBay store, or close and reopen the app or whatever, whichever team or teams you're missing will usually show up. Now, that's not ideal. It'd be better if they just show up when they should. But again, I keep reporting it, and they keep not fixing it. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Jay Allen, the only time you didn't see Tracy McGrady come out was the time that you had the Rockets. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible. Yeah, so Greg, you didn't see them originally either, and then when you refreshed the cell phone, you did see it? Okay, Jay Allen, I knew you didn't see it because you had messaged me. And guys, if you know what team you're looking for and it's missing, you can always do what Jay Allen did and message me, and I will just cut and paste the link or send you the item number that you can type in that will take you directly to the team that you're looking for. But keep in mind, the earlier you do that, the better, because I might not, again, check messages until, later in the evening, so that even, the day before or the earlier you can, the better. This is a cubic Ben Simmons for the Sixers, numbered to 50 on a Supernova insert. That's Impact. Because I have a tendency to, when breaks start ending, I am generally invoicing first, then doing our spreadsheet second, and messages are the very last thing I check. Mikal Bridges to 100, Cosmic for the Suns. Because oftentimes the bulk of the messages will just be someone saying, can you send me a combined invoice? So rather than taking the time to answer all of those before I invoice, I just elect to go ahead and invoice first and then go back and answer all those. So, Groove Mike Conley. That's an Astro DeAndre Ayton. We have another liftoff die cut, Blake Griffin and the Pistons. A groove for the Sixers with Landry Shamet. And we are down to Last Box Mojo, kids. Last Box Christmas Mojo, no less. So we should have, Last Box Christmas Mojo. I like it even better. Yeah, Thomas, for sure what you're saying should, in theory, also work. Which Thomas is saying if you go to an item that does show up and you click on the thing that says, see all sellers' items or however it's phrased, then that should take you to a page that shows you everything that is just mine, and it should show up that way. Or if you subscribe to as like a favorite seller on eBay, I think there's a link that possibly will take you to my eBay store that way, or maybe seeing all seller items may also take you to the eBay store. But once you get into that eBay store, everything does usually show up. So, and that's what they always tell me when I call too. They always tell me, well, if they go through your eBay store, it should show up. I'm like, well, okay, but, you know, I pay you to have it show up in the regular listings. Devontae Graham, Groove. And for whatever reason, they've had it messed up off and on for the last 6 months. This Dennis Smith Jr. Astro. There's a Groove again. Rookie Revolution Lonnie Walker. There's a Devin Booker Cubic for the Suns, numbered to 50. And that one is first in the series. Number 1 of 50. Gotta like that. And here's a die cut liftoff LeBron for the Lakers. There's Groove Evan Fournier. Fractal Zach LaVine. We've seen a lot of Zach LaVine. We're going to have a Steve Kerr autograph as a player for the Spurs, which he doesn't usually come out for the Spurs. Steve Kerr, when you get him, usually as a Bull, isn't he? Yeah, I think. But he's a Spur right here, kids. So if you have the Spurs, you just scored a little Steve Kerr ink headed your way. That is another Astro DeAndre Ayton. Okay, so now here's our live autographs that we've pulled out. Our numbered cards, our various die cuts and such. And let's flip our redemptions and see what we've got here. We will go to the Panini website and check them out afterwards. We'll find out what they're going to be numbered to after we flip them over. So first up, it is Anthony Hardaway. And Anthony Hardaway is a Blazer. No, that's Anthony Simons. What am I saying? I'm thinking of the rookie. That's Penny Hardaway, our original Anthony. I'm sitting there trying to think of our rookie named Anthony. No, that's the original Penny Hardaway. Sorry, guys. Donovan Mitchell is a nice one for the Jazz. I don't know that either of those I don't think are going to be numbered, but we're going to go look them up anyway. Penny Hardaway, I assume, is going to be the Magic, but let's go find out, shall we? Let's roll on over here to the Panini website, and we're going to find out. All right, so card set autographs, that's pretty simple, is our Donovan Mitchell. He is card number 25, so he's just right up there at the top where we need to be. Card number 25, Donovan Mitchell for the Jazz. It's not numbered. If it were numbered, it'd be right over there, guys, in that spot that is blank. So the Donovan Mitchell out for the Jazz. Then behind that is our Penny Hardaway is card number 16, also just in this autographs. And as I thought, he is a Magic. I wanted to make 100% sure that he was the Magic, and he is. So our redemptions actually both turned out to be pretty good, huh? Yeah, not too bad, not too shabby. So let's recap our case of Revolution here, and see what we've got. A die cut LeBron James for the Lakers. There's a Blake Griffin die cut for the Pistons. That is the Spurs with DeMar DeRozan. We've got the Bulls and Zach LaVine. The Bulls and Zach LaVine. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. Oh, look at that. Russell Westbrook and the Thunder. And Zach LaVine and the Bulls again. I didn't realize there were so many of him. Anthony Davis and the Pelicans. That's not a die cut, obviously. And there's the Greek Freak, Giannis for the Bucks. That's just a Rookie Revolution for Luka that I had put in a sleeve as we went along, and I guess I stacked it in the wrong spot. All right, so Devin Booker with a cubic to 50. Mikal Bridges Cosmic to 100. Ben Simmons cubic to 50. Hassan Whiteside cubic to 50. A Rookie Revolution Michael Porter Jr. cubic to 50. This is Cosmic to 100. Cosmic to 100 for Shake Milton. There's our case hit. Galactic Donovan Mitchell die cut liftoff for the Jazz. And we have a cubic die cut liftoff Anthony Davis to 50. Goran Dragic here is cosmic to 100. D Rose is sunburst to 75. Metu is sunburst to 75. Bradley Beal sunburst to 75. Dion Waiters is cosmic to 100. Nicholas Batum cubic to 50. Justin Jackson cosmic to 100. Sunburst to 75. Sunburst to 75. And cosmic to 100 for Lauri Markkanen. Then we have our autographs. Anthony Hardaway, Penny Hardaway for the Magic. For the Jazz, a Donovan Mitchell redemption. Live in the product for the Sacramento Kings, Jason Williams. Steve Kerr comes out for the San Antonio Spurs. Trae Young and the Hawks. Tracy McGrady for the Rockets. Lonnie Walker and the Spurs. And the nice Karl Anthony Towns for the T-Wolves. So yeah, that's it for tonight for Christmas night. So, oh, Jay Allen, you had no luck in this one. Oh, man. Dale's here. Hi, Dale. Well, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. You got to go to work tonight, man. All right. Well, be safe at work tonight, and hopefully nothing eventful is going to happen like it did the last time we talked to you. You had a big eventful kind of work night, so let's hope you don't have that much going on tonight. Chandra, you didn't have any luck on the 16 box breaks, just in general. You don't have very good luck on them. Well, I don't remember which teams you had, Chandra, and don't take that personally. I just don't always remember who has what team, because I've got a lot of information floating around in my brain, and I don't usually try to retain that. That's how, but I do have that handy little spreadsheet. But you know, sometimes stuff will sell even without the autograph. So depending on what you have, some of your parallels and inserts and other things might still net you some return on investment. So before you chuck it all out, when you do get it, you know, I'm sure you know this already, but just double check it, because sometimes you'll be surprised. Things will do a little better than maybe you might think they would on some products like this. So just in general, maybe there'll be something hiding in there that'll at least help get your return on investment back on track a little bit. We are looking right now at the breaks that are coming up the rest of the week. So tomorrow night, of course, and Thursday night, both starting at 10:30 Eastern. I know, much later than normal. Just got listed late. Yeah, I know, holiday stuff. Got home late, got it listed late. That's how it goes. So Contenders basketball comes out tomorrow. We're only going to break a half case of it because we're getting a late start. So we'll break a full case of Bowman's Best Baseball and a half case of Contenders basketball. We'll still probably be finished with all that in an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes or so tomorrow night. Thursday night, we'll only break a half case of Bowman Draft. Again, because it's a late start, we're not going to open but the one thing. On Friday night, we'll do another half case of Contenders and another 12-box case of Optic Football. Saturday is going to be an 8-box case of Playbook Football and an 8-box case of Bowman's Best Baseball. Sunday, we'll do an autographed baseball jersey and another half of Bowman Draft. And on Monday, on New Year's Eve, that'll get listed tomorrow. Right now, I'm leaning towards having everything kind of end in like the 4 or 5-ish hour, something like that, and maybe start breaking 6:37, somewhere in there. So I'll give you more details on that, of course, tomorrow night after it's all up and listed. But right now, that's what I'm leaning towards. Shipping for what we open tonight, I'm anticipating should be on the way to you no later than Saturday. If I can get it out to you faster than Saturday, of course I will, but should be no later than that. And everybody would have pulled cards in here tonight, so we shouldn't have any worries about consolation cards. We should be good there. And just for the sake of it, here's one more look at our spreadsheet. I know there were some questions earlier about who had what team. There I see Chandra had the Cavaliers in here. But so for those of you who also had questions about who had a couple teams earlier, that can get you caught up on that as well. And I believe that is it tonight. So thank you, everyone, for spending part of your Christmas night with me. I hope you've had a great holiday season so far. We've got one more holiday left to go before we forge onward into 2019. So our schedule, again, be a little weird the rest of this week, and then we'll be back to normal. So have a great rest of your night. We'll be back at it tomorrow night, and we'll see you then. Bye now.